Welcome back and thank you for joining me. What I'd like to briefly go over today is a little bit of spirit guide. Starting with the fact that your spirit before you are human, and what you currently see is a merger, it's a combination of both spirit and flesh. And so let's get into emotion and having a little bit of emotional intelligence. So the third dimension in which you have a physical vessel, the emotions simply come with that physical vessel. So all the emotions that come with that physical vessel as your human body is simply for you to interact and to live with the environment that you are in. And so if you were to be in another dimension or in another state of being, then you would have a different set of senses or emotion that goes with that body. So the emotions and senses that you have is simply to operate and communicate with the physical world that you are in. You are simply the spirit in that vehicle or that physical vessel experiencing that existence. So sometimes you simply have to take the time out to understand what it is that your senses are for and what they're trying to tell you. As a human, you are taught that you simply have just 5 senses that you use throughout your everyday life. You know them, we all know them. However, you have more senses than that. You are simply, as we would say in today's society, you are dumbed down, or you haven't been taught to use anything beyond what you have been taught or programmed to use. However, beyond that, you have more senses just than your 5 senses. But the senses and emotions that you have currently, it's simply for your guidance, how to operate and live while you are on this physical plane. It is for you to communicate with the higher and lower things. Some you may not be able to, because throughout your everyday life you have been busy, you have been taught to do other things, and it is very common to majority of people on this earth. So for you to go beyond that limitation, you will have to take that time out to self-introspect and self-evaluate what it is that are your own abilities and all your own capabilities, because you do have them. If you can't use them, then you simply are out of tune and out of align with them. However, just to close this off and not to ramble on, I did say this was going to be a brief spirit guide. So it is simply spirit first and human second. And what you see is currently a merger. Your 5 senses and your emotions are simply for you to interact with the world you're living in. It is simply that.